Älskling, snälla, jag säger inte det att du säger inte betyder någonting, men måste vi ta det här just nu, ikväll? Va? Jag ber dig faktiskt, bara inte ikväll. Det där är inte sant! Jag skriker inte, men du får...
I was supposed to go back to New York the next day, but a meeting had come up causing me to push. I've been in Los Angeles over a week now, and I was tired and homesick and wanted more than anything to crawl into bed with Ella and smell the skin of her neck. The fight was one of those insanely arbitrary things that, if I explained it, would make it sound like an irrational and brittle person. That was not the case. I loved her and admired her. The strain of being away was just getting to both of us. And she had picked a fight out of anxiety over whether or not I could be trustworthy. I was trying to be.
What are you reading?
I didn't feel guilty about it. There was a rote quality to the experience, pretty much muscle memory.
Well, good night.
You want me to get you a car?
No, that's okay. I got it. Okay.
What I felt was also old and familiar, looking forward to the sound of the front door closing and the relief of being alone.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What is it?
Some fucking asshole robbed me.
What? Where?
I mean, it must have been at the bar.
Weren't you watching your purse? What did they take?
I mean, my phone, my wallet, my keys.
They took your keys.
Yeah, my wallet is also my keychain. Fuck. What the fuck am I going to do? Ugh, my roommate's in Ojai on a fucking ayahuasca retreat.
That really sucks, man.
Can I borrow your phone? I need to, cancel my cards.
You sure your stuff isn't at the bar? Like you could have fallen out or something? Right.
Thanks. Thanks.
Of course.
I'm sorry if I was curt.
Don't worry about it. If it were me, I'd be losing my mind.
Yeah. Fucking people.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry to bother you with this.
It's okay. Can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
You're welcome to stay the night.
Oh, no. That's very sweet of you. I will figure something out. Are you tired? My friend used to work for the OkCupid analytics team, and they have this giant data set, all the questions that people have to answer, and at a certain point, they don't even have to anymore, but they just keep feeding it information about themselves, by choice. And they found that there's a question that if you ask a girl and she answers yes, is the single most reliable predictor of whether or not she will have sex on a first date. Do you know what that question is? Do you know what that question is? Do you like the taste of beer?
Do you like the taste of beer?
Not really.
Do you do this kind of thing a lot?
Do you mean am I a whore?
Sure.
Nope.
Not that there's anything wrong with it,
Do you believe that?
intellectually.
You have kind eyes. And I was feeling sad. The city can make you feel really lonely. I think about leaving it all the time. But this is a nice spot.
It belongs to a friend of mine from school. He works in TV. I live in a whopping 300 square foot walk up in the East Village all to myself. So yeah, I'm not jealous.
Ugh. And why did I sleep with you? Are you?
What?
Jealous.
I don't know. I've been here a week now, and I feel this kind of alienation setting in. I always feel it here. I may not have a lot of space back home, but Manhattan is my living room, you know? And you're right, this is a lonely city.
God. You know, there's just something particular about New Yorkers. They feel like they can come into your home, shit all over it, and expect you to feel sorry for them.
I'm using your words.
So, what are you afraid of?
What am I afraid of? So I'm turning 30 soon.
Ooh.
I'm not saying that's old or anything, but you look around in New York and there are tons of people, you know, who just close their eyes at 30 and then wake up when they're 50. And they're really no farther along. Nothing that much is different. Except this, weight in their eyes that wasn't there before. And you feel, no way, like that happens to other people, sure, but not to me. Now I'm meant for something more, you know? I'm special. What you really mean by that, though, is it wouldn't be fair if it happened to you. In the same way, as a kid, you thought it wasn't fair if your toy broke. Because that's how children think. In terms of what is fair or unfair. Instead of what is life. I don't know. What are you afraid of?
Spiders.
Why do women equate sexual fidelity with love?
Pass. Oh, my haunted cufflink. I have something that I'm afraid of.
What?
So my ex and I were at this bar in Nashville that used to be this house of this eccentric millionaire who used to keep these women as sex slaves.
Okay, but how's he eccentric?
And there was this bottom bitch who, you know, was like the main girl of the sex slave totem pole. And she got really jealous one day of the other girls, snapped, and killed a bunch of them. So I go to the bathroom, and at the end of the hallway, there's a sign on this door that says, "Do not enter." And of course, I go through it. And it's a stairway that leads to the second floor, and it's like completely empty. But I notice on a windowsill, there's this single cufflink. So I take it.
No, you don't do that.
So the next day, my boyfriend and I were on the road, and I tell him what happened, what I did. And he's like really pale. And he's like, whoa, like we need to go back. Like you need to return that. And I'm like, yo, like calm down. You're crazy. You know, we're like 3 hours away from the city.
Go back and return the fucking cufflink.
So, you know, like, without going into specifics, the next 6 months of my life are chaos. And if that's not enough, one day I decided to take the cufflink out of this jewelry box where I was keeping it. I have no idea, like, why I had the urge, but I did. And it was warm. And I'm thinking, like, okay, the jewelry box is by a window and, like, the sun heats it up, but I feel around, like, on all my other jewels.
It's the only one that's warm.
It's the only one.
Why don't you just throw it away?
I like it. Hey, do you want to get high?
Where would you go? You said you were thinking about leaving all the time. Where would you go?
I don't know. I was actually thinking about going back to school.
What would you study?
I haven't decided yet, but I like to help people, so interior design? You think I'm a flake?
What?
Like, here's this, like, 30 something year old tutor who lives in Los Angeles with her roommate. Can't keep track of her purse, and she's talking about all these changes she's not going to make. I think it's very sweet of you to pretend that I have. Well, I know that look.
I don't know who looked at you that way, but that's not what I was thinking at all.
Well, what were you thinking?
About my own problems.
I'm gonna get another one. Do you want one?
No, maybe some water.
Next day, I ordered Layla a car. I gave her what cash I had to get her through the day. $63. She gave me her information and insisted on paying me back. I never contacted her.
Hej. Det är okej, det är okej. Förlåt, jag ber också om ursäkt. Kan vi inte bara lova varandra någonting? Att aldrig gå och lägga oss arga på varandra igen.